Okay. I don't even know how to start. I genuinely don't know how to start. Weird. Now that I'm actually getting to it properly. There's gonna be a lot of me sitting down and speaking like this. You're gonna see me in different clothes. It's not gonna be like the time. I'm gonna try and make it as. I'm gonna try and make everything as chronologically. What the fuck am I saying? I'm gonna try and make everything as chronological as possible. But I'm gonna speak first and foremost. Why am I bugging? Why am I speaking? I don't know what I'm speaking. Relax. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. I did this shit abroad and it made sense abroad. But now that I'm here doing it by myself, this is weird. It's a you. Whoa. It might be the same thing that it was before. But hear me out. Okay, look, I've had this idea. I've had a lot of footage, right? A lot of footage that I took in my time away from the country. And I thought to myself that I would only do this because in the time where all of this stops, right? I talk about it quite a lot. Everyone that's close to me knows that I've spoken about this point in life, which I think all of us go from, is that when all the noise dies down, you're left alone by yourself. Rarely people are going to check up on you because everybody's got their own life going on. So in that time, you start questioning a lot of things. You start questioning your own credibility. You start questioning who you are as a creative individual. Are you enough? It's a thing that always happens. It could also be a form of struggling with success. Like, I don't know, it could be anything, right? It could be anything. All I know is that it happens. I don't want to diagnose myself with anything because I don't think there's anything wrong with me. I think it happens to everyone. We just have to pull yourself out of it. And I'm going to give credit to my friend because he said we're not just limited to one thing. We are an amalgamation of things that are creative. We aren't just actors. If you are, then that's great, but I don't think I am because my mind runs wild when there's nothing going on. I can't just wait for the next acting job. There's a lot of things that we have to fight off. A lot of things that play on our minds as actors, right? As actors that are seeking jobs that aren't names yet. But we want to be names. We have names. We're not just numbers. We're names. And until that happens, which God willing it will, right? God willing it does. Your mind is going to fuck you up. Did I just get lucky? Was this it? Am I just a one-hit wonder? Am I going to go back to the same job next year? There's going to be a repeat of the same thing and over again. And your credit on Spotlight is just this is the same thing. It's literally just one thing. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Yeah? That's another thing you have to fight off as well, being at home. Because my thing is when I come back home, I have that sense of responsibility where I would have such a good time by myself because of my work. And then when there's nothing going on, I would come back to the reality of home. Not that there's anything wrong with home, but home is hard. Home is difficult. And in this life where we live in fairy tale land, when we have a job and there's people that are calling our names, you know, asking for our pictures and autographs, which I experienced on this trip. When all of that stuff is going on, and then you come back and you're nobody. In fact, you have things to do. More than just show up before 7:30 and get changed, get dressed, get looked after, go on stage and perform for 2 hours. When you come home, there is no rest. Especially for me, my mind runs fucking million miles an hour, bro. Like, how the fuck do I get myself out of this mud? Yeah. Huh? Okay. Yeah, man, it's weird. It's weird. You come back home and you see real struggle, man. It puts it in perspective, bro. What the fuck are we talking about when we say we're struggling? Right? It's true, we are. There's nothing wrong with it. We are. But the level of struggle, we have is waiting for our next job. Whereas someone like my dad, who works in the trade, someone like him, he has to work in the cold. he has a whole family to feed. Who asks him how his health is? We are the only artists who are so vulnerable that we need people around us.
As actors, we are probably the most vulnerable artists on the planet. You take any other art form, whether you're writing or you're composing music, you can do it alone. The actor is the only artist who is dependent on so many people. We're dependent on a good writer, on a good editor, on a good cinematographer, on a good director, on good co-stars, without which we cannot work. So we're so vulnerable as an art form that unless you get that collaboration with the good talent, you are nothing. And such few people get these opportunities. Then we have to consider ourselves blessed.
No matter how much you thought you'd be used to being quiet, having quiet around you, once you get a taste of that freedom and once you get a taste of that love, right? Because it is that love. You want it so much more. This is my personal take. This is genuinely my personal take. I did not have no eyes on me before this. Now I have it and now it's gone. Going back to it, right? I can't just keep waiting for the next job, bro. I can't. Neither can you. I don't want you to wait only for the next job. Either search for it or do something with your time. Or do both. Feed that creativity. That's what this is. There was a plan on what I wanted this to be, but it didn't work out. But I said this can't go to waste. All the experiences that I've had, all the moments that I've shared with so many lovely people, all the information that I've gained and experience that I've gained, and just the people I've met, the level of people that I've met who have so much more experience than me and so much more knowledge, not just this industry, but life in general. It can't all go to waste, so I will share it. As well as doing something for me, maybe I do something for you. Maybe. Or maybe I just give you a fucking smile, right? It could be that. It could be just entertainment. It's December 24th now. When it's the 1st of January at 12 o'clock, or 12:30, or it was 1 a.m., right? Wherever that time was, or that time this year actually, was when I said to myself that this year was going to be my year.